Hello students, this is Amardeep Singh, your computer teacher, and today we are going to continue with the chapter number 10, working with dictionaries and tuples. And in this session we'll discuss about tuples in Python and various tuple operations. So let's start our discussion with introduction to tuple. So tuple is a sequence type available in Python like string, list, and dictionary. Using a tuple, we can create an immutable list of heterogeneous elements. So immutable means where you will not be able to make any change in the value of a particular element. So as we know that list and dictionaries are mutable list. Mutable list means after assigning element to list and the dictionary, you will be able to make change in the value of that particular element by using the index or by using the key in case of dictionary. But tuple is an immutable list like strings. So that means you will not be able to change the value of a particular element by using any index of a tuple. And second thing, the tuple is a list of heterogeneous elements, so that we can store different types of elements inside a tuple. So the common features of a tuple are it is a list of constant elements. Constant element means, as we know that constant means a read-only data member. So you will be able to assign a value to a tuple, but you will not be able to change the value of that particular element. You just will be able to read the value of that particular element stored inside a tuple. So that's why a tuple is known as a list of constants, or you can say read only elements. And the second thing, it is an immutable list, and we have already discussed that immutable means where you will not be able to change or update the value of a particular element. Third is it is a heterogeneous collection of elements. Heterogeneous collection means where you'll be able to store different type of data, like on zero index you'll be able to store string, on one index you will be able to store a boolean, and on another you will be able to store different type of data. And next feature is each element can be identified by using index. So a tuple is like a list where you'll be able to access element by using the index, and the index always start from 0. So in here in this table we have specified the elements and their associated indexes are available, like Herman is stored on 0 index position and 100 is stored on 1 index position. A boolean value that is true is stored in a second index position, and so on. So you'll be able to identify each element stored inside a tuple by using that index, and index always start from 0. Next we will discuss about how to create a tuple in Python. We can create a tuple by defining elements inside pair of round brackets with the following syntax. So to make a tuple, we have to define the elements inside the round brackets, and system will automatically assign the index to each element starting from 0. So here we are having an example of a tuple, and t1 is the name of tuple, and the elements are Cambridge, 100, true, 12.25. These are the elements. So let's start with the demonstration how we can make a tuple. So first of all, we have to assign a name. tp is equal to the element. So I'll assign hello. Hello is the first element that is stored on 0 index position, and next I'll assign 123, that is an integer element. You can also store homogeneous elements, but by nature a tuple is a heterogeneous collection of elements. And in third position I'll assign different type of value like true, and on fourth position I'll assign a floating type of value. So in this way you'll be able to make a tuple, and if you will print a tuple simply by using print statement, then it will show the elements of a tuple in normal order. Let's run the program. So here we are having list of tuple elements. So in this way you'll be able to create a tuple. After the creation of a tuple, we'll discuss about how to traverse or looping through elements of a tuple. We can traverse elements of a tuple using for in loop with the following syntax. So as we have done with other sequence types like dictionary, string and list, we'll be able to use the for in loop in the same mechanism, in the same way if you want to traverse the elements of a tuple. So you will be able to start the loop with for, then variable name, then in keyword, then after that the name of the tuple. Then the loop will automatically execute according to the number of elements available inside the tuple, and after every iteration the value will be next element will be stored inside this x variable. So let's demonstrate the concept. So now I'm going to traverse the elements of a tuple. Then we have to specify for the name of variable, in the name of tuple, that is TP in this case. Then after that just print the value of x. X contains the element, and then run the program. So in this way you will be able to traverse the elements of a tuple by using this for in loop. Next we'll discuss about how to concatenate or add two tuples together. We can concatenate multiple tuples using concatenation operator, that is a plus. So it's a very simple to concatenate two or more tuples by using the plus symbol. So you have to initialize two tuples, one tuple 1 and tuple 2. Then after concatenation the elements of these two tuples will be stored inside the new tuple, that is tuple 3. So let's demonstrate. So presently I'm having this tuple, and that is the name is TP. Then I'll declare another tuple, that is TP2, and store some elements inside the tuple like by and 123. So I'll store. So presently we are having two tuples. One contains four elements, hello, 123, 2 and 45.23, and inside second tuple we are having elements by and 23. Now I want to concatenate these two tuples, TP and TP2. So we have to declare third tuple, that is TP3 is equal to TP plus is a concatenation operator, TP2. So TP3 contains the combined elements of TP and TP2 tuple. So we have to traverse through the elements of TP3. So press F5 to run. Now you can see all the elements have been concatenated inside the have been stored inside the TP3, the combined elements of TP and TP2. So in this way, by using plus operator, you will be able to concatenate two or more tuples. After the discussion about concatenation operation, we'll discuss about in and not in operators in tuples. So as we know that in and not in operators are used to check if specified element is available inside the tuple or not. So here we are having the syntax to use the in and not in operator. So you have to specify the value that you want to search from the tuple. Then using in operator you have to specify the name of tuple, and in operator will return true if a particular this specified value is available inside the tuple, and in case of not in it will return true if that value, the specified value, is not available inside the tuple. And for example, in this tuple we have specified hello 12 and true, and we are going to search 12 from the tuple. So 12 value, then you have to specify the value, and then then name of tuple. Then if in this case the 12 is already available, then the condition will be true and you will be able to print the found or not found message on the behalf of the given condition also. So let's demonstrate. So presently we are having these values. I'm going to define a condition if a specified value, if hello in tp, then you have to print found, else print not found. So in this case, as we know that hello is already available inside the tuple, so it will return true, and the condition is true, then system will print the message found. So presently we are having the message found, and if you will specify some value which is not available, then the condition will be true, because in operator will return false, then in operator will return false because by is not available inside the TP. So let's check. Now system is showing you a message that is not found. So that is the use of in operator, and in the same way you'll be able to use the not in operator that will return the reverse return of that particular condition. Next we will discuss about how to compare two tuples. We can use comparison operators like greater than equal to, less than equal to, and all comparison operators available inside Python. So we can make use of all these comparison operators to compare the elements of two different tuples. So when you will, as we know that when you will use a comparison operator, then system will return a boolean value. So you have to specify name of one tuple, then the comparison operator, any operator that you can use, and after that you have to specify the name of second tuple, and after the comparison system will return a boolean value. For example, in here we are having two different tuples, that is tp1 and tp2, and system will always compare zero position element of one tuple with zero position element available at second position inside the second tuple. And after comparing zero position element, then system will compare one position elements. Then after comparison of one position element, system will compare the elements available at second position. So in this way system will compare all the elements, and according to them we are using equal operator to compare these two tuples. Then system returns true because each and every element available at the identical index positions are equal. So let's demonstrate how to compare two different tuples. So presently we are having two tuples. One contains two elements hello and 123. Second tuple contains two elements hello and 123. So I'm going to compare, because comparison is a logical operation, so that means it will return true and false. So you can also compare it inside an if condition. So I'll compare it like tp1 equal to tp2, then message, I'll print any message you can print. I'll print equal and not equal. So in this case system will return true because elements are same, and after that, so the result is equal. So if you will make some change like to 54. So the system will first compare two elements hello with hello, and then that is equal, then system compare next element, that is 123 with 254, that is not equal, then system will return false at the case. So the result is not equal. You can also make use of the comparison operators like greater than, less than. Let's demonstrate. I'll store numeric value 10, 20 and 30, and 10, 23 and 30. So I'll specify if tp1 greater than tp2, then tp1 is greatest, then message tp2 is greatest. So in this case, system will compare zero position element, because we are using greater than operator. So that means system will compare 0, 0. So uh, we are comparing that TP1 is greater than TP2. So 10 greater than 10, that condition is false, then system will print TP2 is greatest in this case, right? But if you will make use of greater than or equal to operator, then system will check if particular element greater than or equal to. In this case, 10 is not greater than 10, but it is, these are equal. So the condition is, that condition is true, and next system will compare 20 with 23. 23 is greater, so that means system will print TP2 is greater. And if you will change the value, like I'll specify 21, 19, sorry, 1919. So after comparing first element, then when system will compare second elements, then it will return TP1 is greater. So because according to this, TP1 is greater than TP2. So according to the second element, TP1 contains the largest element as compared to TP2. So that means the condition is true, and the system will print this message. So in this way, you will be able to use any comparison operator to compare the elements of two different tuples. Next, we'll discuss about how to assess or slice tuple elements. As we know that in Python sequences, we are having two indexing patterns. One is from left to right, and second one is from right to left. So when you will use a pattern of indexing from left to right, then the index will start from 0, and when you will use indexing pattern from right to left, then the index always start from -1. And here we are having in this table, so here we are having tuple elements. One is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the index of first element is 0. If you will assess the elements from left to right, so that means 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and so on. But if you will assess element from right to left, then the index of last element will be -1, then -2, and in this case. So here we are having different mechanisms to slice or assess particular element. So if you will print the name of tuple, then it will print all the elements. And if you will assess element available at one position, then it will print the element available at that particular specified index position. But if you will specify colon operator after the index position, then it will print all elements starting from one index position to last element. And after that, if you will print like 1 colon 3, then that means it will only print the element starting from one index position till third index position. And at end, if you will print a negative element of and specify a colon operator after that, then for example in this case we have specified minus 3 then colon. If you will not specify colon, then it will print the element available at minus 3 index position, that is this element. But in case if you will specify colon after that minus 3, then it will print the last 3 elements of that particular tuple. So let's demonstrate how to slice the elements. So here we are having elements, all the numeric elements stored inside a tuple. So I'm going to print the value of TP. As we know that it will print all the elements of that tuple. So in this way, but if I'll specify in next line, I'll specify TP then 3. That means it will print the element available at third index position, that is 0, 1, 2 and 3. That means it will print 40. So according to first printing statement, we print all elements, and then next we print only the element available at third index position. I'll specify comment. Then after that, if you will print like TP3 colon, so that means it will print all the elements starting from third index position to last element. So let's start with that one. So it start printing the elements from third index position element till last element, and after this if you will print like TP then 2 colon 4, so that means system will start printing starting from second index position till fourth index position. So second index position means 0, 1, 2. So it will start printing from this element and 3 and 4. So it will print these two because last index position element will not be printed. So that means this one element available at fourth index position will not be printed. So system will start printing from second index position till fourth index position. So that means it will print these two elements. So let's check. So system prints only 30 and 40. And next, if you will assess element by using negative number, so I'll specify minus 2. So that means minus 2 means we are going to assess element from right to left. So index of this element is minus 1, index of this element is minus 2. So system will print 50. So now the result is here, that is 50. And in case if you will specify colon, then it will print the element starting from last index position till this index position. So that means it will print in other way we can say that it will print last two elements. So in this way. So if you will print like minus 4, then it will return last 4 elements. So here we are having the result. So in this mechanism, you will be able to slice or assess the elements by using different indexing mechanism, or you can say different indexing patterns. So that is all about slicing a tuple. So that was all